What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. 2024 is coming to a close, man.
Hey,
Coming
Dylan.
to a close.
That's it.
I'm
That's
gonna
all
be
now
honest.
for this year, bro. And I don't know how you feel this year when as far as wrestling, bro. Do you think it was a great year? Do you think it was a good year? Do you think it could have been better? Do you think next year is gonna be better? Talk to me.
So, as far as wrestling and strictly just wrestling content, this was definitely a good year for wrestling, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely a good year. A lot of big moments this year. I think this year too, though. Everybody's got to remember is a catapult year for 2025.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta I mean, dude, just the fact that we're going to Netflix in literally less than 7 days now,
Yeah, it's
that's gonna
crazy.
be one of the biggest shows I feel
Mm-hmm.
like that we've had in quite some time.
So
And I just feel like,
almost bigger than some PLEs, bro. If we really think about it,
what's that?
I said it's almost bigger than some PLEs if we really think about it.
Yeah, no, it really is. I mean, listen, you got Travis Scott going to be there. You got the John Cena farewell tour starting. You
Mm-hmm.
got Seth Rollins, CM Punk, which we're going to be getting into about what just happened last night on Monday Night Raw. But you also got Battle for the Tribal Chief. That's going to be a big match, man. Hopefully, we see a little something special at the end of that one. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I did see something, however, there might be a change for January 6th. That I guess the Women's Intercontinental Championship tournament is not going to conclude on the 6th.
Okay.
They
Yeah, I
may
did
be
see that they
pushing it
had
to
like
another.
they had the semifinals, but I mean I don't know why. We got who was it? Dakota Kai and Lyra Valkyrie and the
Yep,
in the
which we
finals.
both picked.
We both picked those two, bro. So
Yep,
we were
yep.
basically spot. I feel like we were spot on with the women's and for the men's. Oh, excuse me, women and men. I'm thinking about the Royal Rumble, bro. That's that third shot you feel to get to the Royal Rumble, bro. But we predicted the women's intercontinental and women's U.S. championship. So I'm happy that we did get that at least, bro. It's been a lot of running around the ropes over here,
Yeah, I know,
for
I know.
one of the ropes media. But I'm definitely glad we take those dubs though.
Yeah, I mean, even if we just want to jump into it real quick, I think after the match yesterday, I feel like Io Sky not winning, and I know that we kind of picked like Dakota Kai and Lyra,
Mhm.
but I feel like her not winning is just going to be setting her up for some type of world championship down the line in 2025. Do you
Uh,
agree?
I'm kind of sort of, bro, and the only reason why I'm kind of like that is because we seen it. Oh, I'm actually glad that Dakota Kai is in this final because months ago she made a post on Twitter and it was kind of alarming, man. It was almost like she was not giving us her fair wear, but it was just like she was begging for an opportunity. And I'm just like, if it was one person to get this women's intercontinental championship, I would hope it would be Dakota, man. Only thing is, like, can she maintain this schedule? Because Dakota's been injury prone, bro, since her NXT days, man. She done had that bad knee for like the last 6 or 7 years, man. So I'm hoping that once she win this championship, and I feel like she will, if she loses, I would be surprised. I would be surprised that she does not get this dub, man. So I'm hoping she get it, and we'll see what the future holds for Damage Control. I feel like they should separate anyway. Have Asuka, Kairi Zane, and Io Sky as like a heel team. I feel like they would do some crazy things and let Dakota do her single run by her own, bro. She just doesn't mesh well with them without Bailey in the picture. So I definitely think that they're gonna wind up splitting up somewhere. They may even do a little, Dakota versus Io. We might see a little bit of feuding between them two. So we'll see what's
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah, I would definitely like to see her win. I think that was my front runner in the whole tournament to begin with. I
Yeah.
think that the two finalists are perfect though, regardless.
Mm-hmm.
They're both perfect. I mean, Lyra had a great year, man. She debuted this year on the main roster, and now she's within the finalists too. She also had a run. She was doing something.
With Becky, she was doing a little bit of stuff with Becky
Yeah,
for
she
a
was doing
second,
stuff with
bro.
Becky. Yeah, so she had a definitely a solid year.
Yeah.
Obviously leading into the Rumble, I'm sure we're gonna get more NXT call ups for the main roster,
Mm-hmm.
especially now. We got 6 hours of wrestling for the main shows each week.
Crazy, bro.
Got 3 hours on Raw, 3 hours on SmackDown. To this Friday on SmackDown, maybe we do a little prediction show because I feel like this show is going to be big, bro. I
Hmm.
feel like they're going to go guns blazing because the first 3 hour on USA Network for SmackDown, it's going to be coming fresh,
Yeah.
fresh leading into
Ooh, yep.
um the Netflix debut on Monday.
You
So
know what I miss, bro? You know what I miss? I miss back in the day when wrestling would end off in like a huge just melee in the middle of the ring, bro. Like the whole locker room would just clear out, and you just had every, you know what I'm saying, just everybody in the ring, just kind of looking like a
yeah,
Royal Rumble in a sense, bro.
yep,
You just don't have like cohesiveness. I feel like, bro, it's either like you just in catering and we don't see you like ever, or like you getting all of the spotlight now, bro. I feel like it's not like a happy median with like the low, the low tier wrestlers compared to like the high tier wrestlers, man. But speaking of high tier wrestlers, bro, I feel like we can jump right into it, man, as far as Seth Rollins and CM Punk, because literally 9 o'clock my time, like I told you, like I was catching up watching Monday Night Raw. So 9 o'clock my time, you hit me with that was electric. So I ain't gonna
yeah.
hold you. I thought the Rock had came back. I'm like, oh
Uh,
snap. I'm like, oh, the final boss has returned. But watching it, hearing what they were saying, man, I'm gonna ask you this question because wrestling is getting so good now to the point like you don't know if they're on the cusp of is this real, because we've had real moments between like Edge and Matt Hardy, back in the day when they were fighting over Lita. We've had moments with Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle wasn't getting along because the two wives. So now we got Seth Rollins and CM Punk, and throwing where's the man at? Where's Becky? Or where your wife at? Like mine's at least mine is watching the kid right now. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
So like that was kind of like was that kayfabe or was that real? You know what I'm saying, man? Like they really was pushing the buttons, man, and Monday gonna be crazy.
Well, we talked about this. It's dude when they blur the lines,
Mm-hmm.
it that's when promos and wrestling in general are the best and it's at its peak
Yeah.
because you can't tell. And what's the point of wrestling? Is the suspension of disbelief. You want to believe. Obviously, we know everything is choreographed, but the
Mm-hmm.
moments that make you think, like, "Damn, is that real?"
Yeah.
That's the best, bro. And
Yep.
that promo had a couple moments in there. You gotta remember, dude. Seth Rollins coming out with a 12-year-old Colt Cabana podcast reference.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know, maybe the younger people maybe who would tune
Didn't
into our
catch it.
podcast right now
Mm-hmm.
have no idea about that,
Yeah.
but that is a deep cut,
And
bro.
the
I
crazy thing
remember
is, like, CM Punk and Colt Cabana not even cool no more. You know what I'm saying?
dude, yeah, and I believe there were lawsuits involved and stuff like that on their end too, so
Mhm.
it's just, it's awesome, and then you had, of course, Punk calling Seth the corporate guy, and saying and throwing shade at old Vinnie Mac on the
Yep.
mic too. Hey, I left because I hated that guy.
Mhm.
You stayed because he was your favorite. It's the moments, bro. And Punk has always been a master on the mic.
Mhm.
But I will have to say,
Seth can
Seth
keep up with
Rollins,
him though, bro. Seth
bro,
can keep up
Seth,
with him.
he has always been decent on the mic, but I feel like he got elevated even with the little promo he cut on The Rock up to the lead up against on
But do you know
WrestleMania
what it
40.
is though, bro? Do you know what it is though? It's greatness helps elevate people, bro. Like
Mhm.
look who it's not like he's doing a promo with Dean Ambrose. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm talking about people who are not known to cut the best promos, but bro, you're cutting promos against The Rock. You're gonna be
Yeah.
forced to do your homework, bro.
Yeah.
But The Rock is gonna eat you alive. Like, granted, yes, this is sports entertainment. Yes, this is scripted. Yeah, they got their lines, but The Rock is like this. The Rock can flip a switch.
Yep.
The Rock can read the room. You know what I'm saying? The Rock can just take it to the next level. So can CM Punk. So can John Cena. So
Mhm.
it's like when you're working with greatness, it's almost like you're gonna be forced to become great. And the
Yep.
thing is, we were so premature with so many of our predictions with what we think is gonna happen. Oh, we're gonna get Seth versus CM Punk. Cool. And Mania, cool. I think we just opened up the door, bro. Pandora's box has been open for something that we have seen at WrestleMania quite often, and something that I told you I feel like could potentially happen. Now we bringing in the wives again. Becky Lynch will be back January 6th for when Raw go to Netflix. There's a reason why they keep bringing up AJ Lee's name, bro. Like,
Yeah.
even if it's one match where we got CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, that's gonna be that WrestleMania match. Now, is that better than CM Punk versus Seth Rollins? I mean, I guess we can get that any day. We're gonna get that Raw when Raw goes to Netflix. But the crowd wants AJ Lee, bro. AJ Lee will get a bigger pop than Becky Lynch. If let's say Becky come back, oh, the crowd goes wild. But then we hear that AJ, dog, you talking about something that will be something good, bro. Will it be the match of the year? Probably not, but it's something that people 100% want to see, bro. And I guarantee you that it may be in the works, and it all depends on AJ Lee, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see it as a one-off. I just from in wrestling lore past, right? Like the mixed tag matches just don't perform very well.
Exactly. Yep. That's
I
why I
feel
said
like
it definitely won't be match of the year.
no, and they've done it a couple times in the past with other couples, and they bring it to
Mhm.
real life or even just tag partners or whatever, right?
Yep.
I feel like the bad blood is there to the point where it could be intriguing to add Becky and then also AJ Lee into the picture. That's what
Hmm.
makes this a little bit more intriguing than just a regular mixed tag match.
Yeah.
Um, and some of the promos that they could cut on each other, you got to realize could be
Hmm.
pretty dope too. But
Hmm.
why not just have it singular? Why not just have Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee and have that
Don't
as a
nobody want to see
standalone
that though.
match?
No, I feel like don't
I,
nobody want to see it. I feel like people want to see husband and wife versus husband and wife. I feel like again, it's
yeah,
just that.
I just from looking in the past, like again, it
Yeah,
it
it's
doesn't
definitely not.
always
It's
come
definitely not
out.
a. But when we think about the husband and wife, duos we've seen all of them had to do with the Miz. We've seen Miz and Maurice against John Cena and Nikki Bella, or Miz and Maurice versus Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella, or Miz and Maurice versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. Like it's always been and it's the Miz, bro. So to me, the Miz ain't. He's more entertaining than like the Miz put on great matches. You know what I'm saying? But if you put two highly sought after guys with two highly popular women. I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't see how it can be wrong. It would be more of a money maker than a blockbuster match. You get what I'm saying? It's gonna have its moments.
Yeah,
We'll have all of that, but just like being a 5-star match, we're not gonna get that.
yeah. That's why I don't think I would want to see it on a
I
grand scale
got you.
like Mania. I'd
Yeah,
want to see it. Yeah, sure. Put it on a pay per view, but like one of the one off pay
Elimination
per views.
Chamber or something.
E Crown Jewel, so one of those type of pay-per-views, You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like it would make a little bit more sense for a pay-per-view like that.
hmm
We had one of them type of matches at WrestleMania not that long ago. You had, Angle obviously, they weren't a couple, just in
yeah.
reference. You had
Triple
Angle
H
and
and
Ronda teaming
Ronda.
up against
Hmm.
Triple H and Stephanie. And I feel like the lore of that match was obviously you had Kurt coming out of retirement. You had
Yeah.
Ronda, who was a huge name around that time,
Hmm.
coming in and people just wanted to see the interaction with Stephanie. Um, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do with that. Obviously, like you said, they keep mentioning her name, so I do feel like eventually,
Yeah,
whether she
it's
wants
gonna
to return to wrestling or not, perhaps that we do see that down the line. But just as far as the anticipation for Monday,
happen.
I am looking forward to this match. I am really looking forward to this match because and it's a regular match, by the way. It's not
Yeah,
scheduled
it's
to be a
no
no holds barred
stipulations,
or anything.
anything like that. Yeah,
So it's going to be interesting how they kind of work an angle because they did such a great job with Drew McIntyre and Punk, but that had the Hell in the Cell behind it, where they can introduce some color
but
and
not
have
just the
this
Hell in a
vicious
Cell though,
rivalry.
bro. They also had like a strap match. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah, so they
yep,
had like a couple like specialty matches within this feud between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. You know, which made it what it was, bro. Like I in a sense, I kind of want to be one and done with this Seth Rollins and CM Punk. I don't think it will be. I felt like it had its most heat when he first came back. And kind of how you saying now, Dylan, is basically like CM Punk and Seth Rollins are just saying the same thing over and over and over again to each other. You know what I'm saying? They basically just saying the same thing because we were supposed to have seen this happen a year ago. You
yeah,
know, so it's basically the same insults, but like you said, Monday Night Raw was different. You know, and I felt like they were told to go out there and push the button. You know what I'm saying? Push the envelope. Like, yes, we know CM Punk left the company. He went with his, you know, with the competitor. He tried to, yeah. We know that, bro. We know that. You know what I'm saying? But these insults that they hit each other with yesterday were different, bro.
yeah.
It was different, you know. It was different. So it's gonna
It
be a
may,
good one.
I think personally it may I just it may extend somewhat to the Rumble, but I don't think necessarily it will because I think both of them are gonna be in the Rumble. So
Hmm.
maybe they have an interaction in the Rumble, but after that, bro, I could see CM Punk being in the chamber and stuff like that
I
along
can
those
see
type
Punk
of lines.
winning, bro. Punk is the favorite to win.
And
He's never won. He's never main evented WrestleMania. Like he's just he's. If I was to put my money on somebody, I would put it on CM Punk.
my 2025 early prediction is that obviously we don't know what night it's gonna be. Either
Mhm.
night 1 or night 2, CM Punk will main event in some capacity WrestleMania 41.
Do it have to be night two in order for it to matter?
I think in his eyes it will, but I don't think we're getting a night 2 Mania match with CM Punk unless it's like
Just dealing with the Rock and Roman Reigns,
I
bro.
was just gonna
You know
say,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, if it
Yeah.
ain't got Rock, Roman, or Cody involved in it, it's not gonna be
Yeah.
a night two. He definitely gonna get night one. Then you know what I'm saying to
Yeah.
keep it pushing.
Yep, but I definitely see him going down the path of main eventing, like you said, most likely night 1 of
Hmm.
WrestleMania 41. Who knows what Seth will do after this feud? I mean, there's always a title picture when you talk about Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Um, but just to lead into, I mean, SmackDown coming up here on Friday, bro. I got another little bold prediction I want to put out here real quick.
Throw it out
All
there.
right. I think this Friday they are going to again. It's the very first 3 hour SmackDown that they're going to have on the USA Network. It's the perfect opportunity based off of what they've already announced to be on the card. You're
Hmm.
going to have a women's championship match. You're going to have Nia Jax versus Naomi. I think Tiffy cashes in as a triple threat, pins Naomi, wins the title.
Dang. I see where you're going as far as this whole Tiffany slowly face turn. Like even SmackDown last week when Nia was insulting her, saying like, "Hey, you know, Tiffany couldn't even help us win the tag team championships." You know what I'm saying? So it's clear which route they're starting to go down. I can honestly just see her cashing in on Nia. You know what I'm
Like
saying?
after the match,
Yeah, like why beat Naomi? Like I don't feel like
I
Naomi.
think they could if they wanted to listen to what you've been saying. If they want to continue this type of rematch thing, right?
Mhm.
Because like you've been saying for a while, like if you have Tiffany versus Nia in a regular match, to have her win clean,
Yeah.
is that super believable? I mean, she's definitely a better athlete, but as far
Mhm.
as just the stature of Nia and like the dominant force that she is, right? Is it necessarily believable if she just has a regular match with her to win the title? I don't think so. I think that's why I think it'll be turned into a triple threat. She pins
Mhm.
Naomi. But I could also just see after the match, she's cashing in at some point. I think that they. How are you going to extend this Money in the Bank if it doesn't happen on Friday? Right? Like, why would you extend this past the Royal Rumble when you could do a rematch at the Rumble? Are you going to extend it to a women's elimination chamber? I mean, they've done that in the past, cash in at the chamber, but it's just like there's monumental moments. It feels like going into 2025. SmackDown, the first 3 hour SmackDown on USA
Mhm.
Network. Monday, the first Netflix on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. You could also have a Saturday night main event, second Saturday night
Yep.
main event on the 25th, and then you have Royal Rumble and quickly the Chamber. So it's always like these big moments. Why not make a big moment on a SmackDown?
Yeah. And that's what used to happen on SmackDown, bro. Like just thinking back, Brock Lesnar beat Kurt Angle in an Iron Man match for the WWE Championship. And on the SmackDown, like get back to
My boy Kurt
winning.
Angle, my boy Kurt Angle, I mean, went into Perk Angle, got press slam with Mark Henry through a table,
Yeah,
pops up,
it still wins. It
and
still
wins the
wins the
battle
World
royal.
Heavyweight Champion for the battle. Yeah, battle royal
That
for
was
the.
amazing.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was 2006, man. Like we don't get SmackDowns like when we can when it's unpredictable. You know what I'm
yep,
saying? Well, let's take that back. AJ Styles beat Jinder Mahal for the WWE Championship. That was the last big
yeah,
title change, but that was what like 4 or 5 years ago. You know
yeah,
what I'm
yep,
saying? So it's been a while since it's been a big title change on SmackDown, and I feel like that will be good, man. Like, yeah, I see what you say. It's definitely time to get Tiffy that belt. We got to take it off Nia. I just feel like Nia has not been the same since Elimination Chamber, and that I just feel like they haven't used her as much since.
yeah,
They just haven't, bro. I feel like it finally got to WWE and her, bro. Whether they went from just ignore what people are saying to like, man, shit, maybe this is true. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Let's put her, because honestly, I can't see Tiffy hurting nobody. She's good at what she does. You know what I'm saying? She seems like a natural in the ring.
hmm,
Charlotte Flair is a natural in the ring. Like that's the matchup I'm looking forward to. Tiffy and
yeah,
Charlotte, bro. I feel like a
yeah,
young, because Tiffy ain't nothing but like a younger version of Charlotte, bro. As far as like athleticism,
hmm,
give Tiffy a figure four, and bro, like people may think that's a younger Charlotte Flair, bro. Blonde
yeah,
hair, you know what I'm saying? From the outfits, the ring gear, bro, to the moonsault all top rope, man. That's a dream WrestleMania match. It's gonna happen. I would love for it to happen at this year's WrestleMania. Charlotte come back, win a Royal Rumble. She faced Tiffy, call it a day.
dude, yeah, electric. One other thing just to note on Monday Night Raw from yesterday, you're gonna have Drew McIntyre and Jay. That was just added to Raw on Netflix. Drew McIntyre beats him down in the middle of the ring once again, says, "You're
Mhm.
next." I have a feeling that even with the whole little New Day segment that Jay did,
Yeah,
that after Drew, I feel like he's going to be back teaming with his brother. I
told
feel
you.
like it's
I
gonna be
told you.
inevitable at this
I
point.
told you.
Drew is gonna get Jay at Saturday or Raw on Netflix, and then I could see Drew versus Jimmy Saturday night main event on the
Mhm.
25th. I think it sets it up perfect. And then from there, you have a little brother reunion, and they're going to go for these tag team titles again. I feel. I just got a feeling, man, because
I
especially with
told you,
Roman
bro.
and Solo, I feel like they can really kind of separate this bloodline now and kind of just have individual bloodline stories,
Mhm.
but in its own way. What do you think
I mean,
about that?
yeah, kind of how like DX used to be. Like we can get
Yeah.
together when we need to.
Yep.
It's a faction, but they don't have to always be in them. You got the New Age Outlaws who are part of it. Like if we look at it like this, no disrespect to Sammy, but Sammy would be kind of like X Pac. You got you got the Usos would be the New Age Outlaws, and you got Roman Reigns as Triple H. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's how they can play it. But I told you, bro, I'm like Jimmy is such an important piece to this, but he not a main player though, bro. Like Jimmy not main
Yeah.
eventing, bro. Like Jay gonna main event, but in order for Jimmy to be relevant, he needs his brother. Like it's just like I cannot see Jimmy being a solo wrestler, bro. Like I cannot see Jimmy feuding with anybody, bro, and taking it seriously. Like Jay, you can see Jay feuding with Braun Breaker. You can see him feuding with Sami Zayn. Like you can see these feuds, you can see these matches. But Jimmy and like I just don't get like even with Matt and Jeff, bro. Like you can see Matt doing his own thing, Jeff doing, but Jimmy needs Jay more than Jay needs Jimmy. Angelo Dawkins need Montez more than Montez need Angelo. So it's just
Man,
like,
Angelo Dawkins been getting the rough cut for a
bro,
while
like,
now.
like what we gonna do? Have Angelo and Jimmy Uso tag team? I'm like, real talk. What we gonna do? So I don't know, bro. I
It
don't know.
hurts me to say that too, but I do kind of agree with you. I just feel like obviously Jimmy is still elevated above a lot of other
Mhm.
single competitors. That's what makes it hard for me to say like I couldn't
Only because of
see.
his name. Are you saying it because of his in-ring ability, or is you saying it because of who he is
I
and
don't
what
even
his
think you
name
take
is?
I don't think you can even take in-ring ability into a factor because him and Jay are pretty much identical. I mean,
Mm,
slight vari
yeah, yeah,
so,
yeah.
I mean,
I
let's be
give you that.
honest,
I
right?
give you
So
that. All we gotta do is
so
look at WrestleMania 40 and we can tell that they
yeah.
basically the same.
Yeah, so, like, I'm just talking about as far as, like, star power. He's
Mhm.
definitely elevated again, like, let's be honest, right? I can name off a bunch of people just from this past Monday on Raw. I mean, he's a bigger star than Chad Gable, bigger star than Karrion Kross.
Yeah,
He's a bigger star than, a lot of these guys. So,
yeah.
I can see him in a mix for maybe a mid-card title at some point, but again, I think the road that is obviously the clearest is gonna be teaming with his brother again for tag team titles and
Hmm.
so on and so forth. So,
The Usos versus Solo and Jacob at WrestleMania. It probably could have been
yeah.
the Tongans, but I mean,
See, that would have been a good match
that
for
would have been good.
that
I
would have
see.
been
I
good.
could have seen that happening before I can see Solo and Jacob, but now it's just like.
I can
But
see Solo and Jacob going at each other.
actually, I actually like seeing the Usos versus Solo and Jacob because, like, bro, you got on one side you got two brothers versus they brother and cousin. Like, this
Yeah,
is like blood. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
the Tongans not related by blood to them. It's like family ties, but like this is straight. You're my blood cousin. Your dad is my uncle. Like,
yeah,
this is
yeah,
how close we are. So I think that would be better than seeing Jimmy versus Jay at WrestleMania because that match wasn't really worth for anything, bro. But them two together is magic.
yeah,
And then again, we might even see Jimmy and Jay feud against the heel New Day. Like that might be something good too. Again, like I said, back then we seen heel Jimmy and Jay versus face New Day. Now we get the opposite. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think they gonna scrap a couple times,
yeah.
bro.
They got to.
They
I
definitely gonna
mean,
scrap a couple times.
even having the New Day start Monday Night Raw, last night, it's
Hmm.
just these little crumbs, man. I feel like ever since Triple H has taken the reins, bro, even the smallest little detail, you got to kind of keep locked in the back of your brain because at some point they're going to reintroduce that.
Yep.
So, anything else you got? I mean, any other topics you want
I
to cover
mean, the
today?
last Raw for the USA Network, I feel like it ended with a promo that we're gonna talk about in years to come. I feel like what WWE has been setting up is more, off air A&E biography type. Like I love those rivalries. You watched some of those series, like the rivalry
Yeah.
series, like
I
all this
literally it's
all
funny.
this
I
is
literally
doing
just
is
went back and
you
watched
watch some of the old ones. Yeah,
I
bro.
just
Like
literally watched the WCW one the other night.
Bro, like all of this is doing is just building up for them to have more history. We know this Drew and CM Punk feud is gonna be in the books. Years later, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about the bloodline. We're gonna talk about, Seth and CM Punk. Like all of this is just, they just writing history for, us to study later on down the line, bro. So I mean, I feel like for it to be the last USA episode of Raw, they definitely went out with a bang. And then this Monday for when Raw goes to Netflix. They gonna start it off with a bang, bro. It's gonna be crazy. Hope you're ready for it, bro. I hope you're ready
Yeah.
for it.
I'm excited. I'm excited for Friday this week. I'm excited for Monday. I feel like it's just going to be a great little weekend. Leading into this new era on Netflix. So, we hopefully will be doing some prediction show for that Monday on Netflix. That show is going to be so big,
It's
bro.
massive, bro. Like I said, bro, that's PLE energy, bro. So we got
Yeah.
to. We got to.
And maybe we'll do something for Friday if there's something worth noting on that as well. Stay tuned later because we're probably going to be going live tonight. Doing just a little bit of a year-end recap, interacting with some of you guys, getting your thoughts on what's currently going down in the professional wrestling business. So yeah, that's it, man. So other than that, you got your boy Dylan.
Got your boy Break. Yo, happy 2025, man. Hey, we
Yeah.
appreciate y'all support in 2024. We started this basically in like October,
Yep.
so y'all have helped us get to this milestone. We were supposed to be celebrating 1,000 subscribers right now, man, but we hit that
Yeah.
goal a month ago, man. So again, we appreciate y'all. 2025 is going to be amazing. Y'all going to see a lot more of us outside of these rooms right here. We plan on, giving you guys content live right before. Like, that would be dope. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like, me and Dylan, we definitely gonna put our brains together and give you guys some content that you guys don't see, from wrestling channels. And we gonna kill it. So hope
Yeah.
y'all here for us. Again, 2025. Again, you got your boy Break. You got my co-host Dylan. You got Runner Ropes Media Podcast. And we out.
Peace.
Peace.